3 episodes in, and Ironheart isn't holding back. Let's break down these bold titles and these first 3 episodes and our thoughts on it.
Oh my God. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of do a big overall.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I know that there are people that are not enjoying this series, but God damn it, I am loving it. I absolutely enjoyed every part of it. AD and I were watching it together, and he at first was like, "Oh, it's something to watch," and now, like yesterday, he was like, "Put on the next Ironheart," and I'm like, "That's Tuesday, dude. It's
Mhm.
not Tuesday," and he's like, "Make it Tuesday." Because I mean, like, it really just left you at that because we get the first 3 episodes and we're getting the rest of the three
Mm,
on July 1st. So, um, really just like, man, the amount of possibilities that they have cooking, like, I am so
yeah.
excited. And even Ryan Coogler said it. He said that this is like the setup to something that's really big. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this and if it is truly going to take more of what we've seen here in
Mm,
Ironheart into Vision Quest.
okay. So I got a few things to say about it.
Okay.
They're hit and miss. They're like both sides of the fence. I don't hate
Yeah.
it. I can tell you this. I don't dislike this. I'm enjoying this. I'm ready to see the next 3 episodes. Like when the three ended, I'm like, damn, I gotta wait a week. But so I'm just so here's what I think. I think it's a fun side quest.
Okay.
I think it's not super in depth yet. And here's the other thing too. It's hard to really speak on this when we're going off just the first three, right? Because we've seen this from many series. You can have so many things go through the first half of the season and it turn
Hmm.
around and throw so much more depth in the last half of the season.
Yeah.
Especially when the turning points in these series tend to be in episode 5, and we've only seen the first three. So I'm going to state this only off of these first three, and I can't wait to see the last three and then really talk about how we feel about this once we get to see how it starts and ends. So
Yeah.
I think this is a fun side story.
Okay.
I don't feel like Riri should be a fun side story, okay? Because
Okay.
like she's taking on the Iron Man mantle, right? And I
Yeah.
think that's huge. I think that's important, and so it's fun. It's not super in depth yet. Um, I so
No,
here's
say
a
what you want to say.
yeah,
Say
yeah,
it.
yeah. So literally, like her and Zeke, Obadiah Stane's son. I think that's probably one of my favorite things about it so far, and I love the chemistry between them two. I want to see more
Mhm.
scenes with them two, and oh my god, y'all do not sleep on letting them team up. They better team up somehow together in like building her next suit.
I don't
In
think
this
they
la-
will, though.
uh,
I don't
I
think that
will.
they will because I think that they are making him into the next Obadiah and
N-
or into the next
mm,
Iron Man. Like I think it's so here.
yeah.
That's why I think that is because with the last so
Mm-hmm.
I guess like the spoiler warning and everything. But the last episode that we saw and she had the skin graft that
Right.
fell, and he was like, "You cannot let this get back to me," and she's like, "Don't worry, I won't."
And she did.
And she did, right. So,
Right.
like, you think that they're just going to be like, well, that sucks. Anyway, we're going to team up and we're going to make a new suit together.
Right.
Like, I don't think that that is what is going to happen. I think that he's going to be maybe kind of like a Doc Ock, where he is now that he has touched the technology and now he has all of these ideas that he's going to be putting it all together. Because I mean, we have seen he has the dough, he has the cash to get the people, So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's so predictable for this to be like, oh, I don't want to be like my dad, and guess what? He ends up turning out like his dad. I would love to see him not want to be like his dad and him stick to that. Okay, like I mean, let's be honest right now. Riri is not going down a good path, and they're kind of leading
No.
her to kind of be a bad person, and it
Mhm.
almost seems like he's actually being a better person. And I really hope that turns in this last half. I hope I think she will. Doesn't lead to be going down the wrong path, and maybe she stays on that path for a while. But I would love to see like her turn and then him really still keep that good persona that he has, and them team up
Mm,
together somehow. I don't know. I like him. A lot of people didn't
yeah,
care for his Han Solo. I actually loved the Solo story and loved him as a younger Han. But another thing with Riri
I
that
completely forgot that was him.
yeah, another thing I'm like, was this really thought through? But also this could be explained slightly in this last half is. Okay, we see her in Wakanda forever, right? She gets this dope ass suit from the Wakandans. They built her, and then after that, now, okay, obviously they probably had to keep the suit, but they just like threw her to the wayside and said, "We ain't got nothing to do with you," even though we just let you have a big fight in this badass suit that probably nobody else is going to use. And now she's like getting expelled for MIT, has no money, has no connections, and now she's forced to go this route. That don't make sense to me. Unless there's a reason the Wakandans kind of threw her to the wayside and we find out about that. I don't see
Well,
the
that's
Wakandans
what.
being like that, especially with her and Shuri. Like, this makes
Well, that's
zero
exactly
sense.
what. So Sherry had said, and that like if you do this, if you continue to do this, I will not come save you, and consequences for your actions. This is what's
Hmm.
happening. So I think that we are going to get to see. I think that this is where Riri is going to continue going onto the darker side because she has a piece of that hood. We saw what
Hmm.
the hood did to the hood.
Right.
Um, and I don't know, man, like because we see in the trailers that the suit itself has the magic imbued in it, right?
Sure.
So the fact that anytime anybody has put on that hood, that cloak, if you will, we want to use a different word, anybody puts on the cloak, they kind of like get that, they start to
Hmm.
go kind of on the bad side, and we kind of hear the voices that are talking to her, and or not talking to her, but talking to the hood, right?
Hmm.
Because we haven't seen the voice with Riri yet. Um, who we might be thinking is Mephisto, the devil. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's another thing
Um,
is like Mephisto better show up, and this better not be just some run of the mill side demon. This better not be some side demon. This better be Mephisto. I'm gonna be so mad if it's like, oh yeah, this is a demon from the Hell Realm under Mephisto, and they just keep on. We still never get him.
yeah. And I mean, like AD had said it in the comments that he feels like it's an original story, but for like who and what. And I'm thinking that it's for us to get introduced to Mephisto, get to see Ironheart continue, so Riri continue as what she's doing, and then
Mm-hmm.
the Natalie AI that she has built. And I don't know if you watched the new Rockstar's breakdown of this, but
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about how Natalie could be used, that AI could be used for um, Vision Quest, and how, because we know we are getting Jocasta, right?
Right.
So
Right.
like how are we, like what's going on? I need more information. I'm excited though to see where this
Yeah.
leads.
I'm loving the heist thing. I loving how there's three, and we're leading up to the big one, and I'm curious to see what the big one is. I will say this: the CGI is freaking good. Like
Yeah.
and her suit looks amazing in this, and like the special effects that they're using. Another slight mistake. I get that they did the Natalie thing to try to do a more emotional connection, with
Mm.
her AI, and maybe this would change my mind by the end of it. But I think it's annoying. I think it's so annoying. Natalie is annoying
What?
to me. Yeah. No,
No.
no. Now it may be because they're trying to get used to each other, and and they're going to finally sync up properly. And I think that's what they're leading to,
Okay.
right? Because Riri's kind of fighting her,
Yeah.
because of the emotional deal, and like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's hard. So like so many of these views I have can easily turn.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't dislike it. Like I think it's fun. I think the CGI is good. I think this high stuff's fun.
Yeah.
One last, I guess, negative take is like I want to love Anthony Ramos so bad. I want to love him so bad, but he is the same guy in every freaking movie I've ever seen him in.
Mm.
Same way with which he's dead, so we don't have to worry about it. But Manny from Good Girls, he
Have
played
him.
John. No, he plays. He literally just came out of Good Girls as the same character in this. So I don't know, but they killed him off, and I think that they probably realized that, but they threw him in that first episode, I think, to draw some of the female audience because females go crazy over him.
Oh, the dude with the hair.
No, 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 no.
No.
Anthony Ramos' right hand man that suffocated in the greenhouse.
Oh, well, that's not the first episode then. That's all the way
Oh,
down
yeah.
to
Oh,
the
yeah.
third.
I'm over here thinking this is all one setting. I watched them all in one
Ah,
setting, so it's all
I
one episode for me.
I was like,
Yeah, my
there's only
bad.
one
Yeah,
person.
it's
It
one set.
is.
I'm thinking about being one giant episode, but
Technically,
yeah.
they did kill off the that guy though. Like,
Yeah, Nick something. I think it was his name, Nick something. I can't remember.
I all I remember is Rampage.
Rampage. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, for honestly, the like for me, I am really excited though.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know if
super
that's
excited
because
and
it's
waiting
like,
for it.
yeah, and I feel like I'm putting a lot into my thoughts and stuff, and I'm hoping it won't let me down, but maybe it will. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
No,
like it's
hopefully not.
getting to see Riri and Natalie kind of like the way that they communicate
Mm-hmm.
and figure things out. Like
You like
honestly,
it?
to me, I do because
Mm-hmm.
like anytime that I find like a girlfriend that I'm really like we're digging each other, like sometimes we go through that, right?
Right.
During the
Right.
first beginning steps of really learning to know somebody, like it's not going to be immediately be like, yeah, we're great, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. And then sometimes you have those friends that you've been friends with for a long time. Sometimes you have a little falling out, but then like the two of you really want to be friends. So you push through it and it's going to have those awkward parts. So I
Right.
don't know, like that's exactly how it feels like to me.
Right.
Um,
Well,
but
maybe
I
they,
don't know.
like I'm saying, like maybe they will, like and I think that's where they're heading. They're going to sync up and learn how to work perfectly together. It's just I don't know. I wish obviously I don't want her to be like a robot AI, by no means, and be very computed. But like she's almost for an AI that was mimicked off her memories or whatever. It's almost like to an AI. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
I feel like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like I said, I'm enjoying it. I think it's a fun side quest. I just wish I don't know. It's like I said, we've only seen the first half, so I'm super anxious for Tuesday to get here and sit down and watch the last three,
Yeah.
in all of this. I am.
So Blake's thoughts is it's side quest. Tay thinks it's a story that's gonna lead
Yeah.
to somewhere
Well, yeah.
that
I just
you know.
yeah. Well, I at this moment it feels like a
Yeah.
fun side quest. Like by the end
No.
of it, I want this to feel like I know they don't want the shows to be as tied in, but still tied into the movies.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
think a lot of these characters are just that have these shows are just as important as people have the movies, and like that's one thing we love about the MCU is the continuity. So like I don't know, it's halfway through. It's just halfway
Yeah.
through.
No,
So
I wasn't trying to let me clarify. I wasn't trying to dig on your thoughts. I'm just saying right
oh
now,
no,
the
yeah,
second, this
yeah,
is what we think.
mm-hmm,
And like I want to see what our thoughts are if they change and evolve
right.
from where we are right now,
Oh, I'm praying
when it
that they do.
ends.
uh,